Good evening, everyone. Today we'll be talking about the topic the significance of mental health awareness. We have only 5 minutes, so we'll not waste time with the introduction. So let's go with the main part of today's presentation. Why mental health? Mental health is not appear physically because once you are physically assaulted, you can see the bruise, dark spots of the person. And on the other hand, when you meet with accident, the pains that you felt is easily identifiable by the other people. But when people are mentally unfit, they may appear as there is no issues occurring in himself externally, but he bears the mental sickness within himself. It's really dangerous to stay mentally unfit. I have some reasons that are basically caused due to not security of mental health. What do we see around the world? People often get interested in work. Usually some students tend to study the whole day, the whole night. At least 15 hours out of 24 hours. So they don't take rest. Physically they are fit, and it's good that they have learned, they have attained knowledge from the books after studying for long hours. But when the mental is affected, when we are affected mentally, as per doctors, we may suffer with cancer, we may be paralyzed. These consequences may happen due to not caring mentally. I have a friend who studies a lot. He appears to be a very good student during high schools. After wasting lots of hours of sleeping and invest those timings as studies, he's really interested, but due to lack of caring his mental health, he becomes insane and not aware of what's happening with his life in today's environment. This mentally unfit will bring about changes in our life. Money is nothing. We're searching for jobs. When we get jobs, we'll get good salary and settle our life like that. But how do we care our mental health as well as we are to do well in our life? It's all about planning. So my recommendation is planning. If we carefully plan about when to study, when to sleep, and to have conversation with parents, friends, when to hang around with colleagues, we don't have to spend hundreds of hours and hours of time in doing the work, in studying. We can do everything at the same time. So as Atomic Habits author has said, firstly, we must put our life in order. Then everything will be under our control. We can't control the situations, we can't control everyone's heart, but we have the power to control our life. So how do we control? We must good at time management, thinking that troubling ourselves with studying might be boring. But after studying for a few hours, if we get to play with friends, we become excited and exposed to the environment. When we can feel the happiness, the enjoyment of staying with friends, staying with families, That's what I call the value of life. So let us not lose our value, and we have the power to control our life. As I said, it might be not understandable by some students studying for long hours. But my point is, if we can have specific time to all the tasks, we can become a great student. At the same time, we care our mental health. Once we care our health, whatever we face will be ours, and we don't have to the courage. We should not be scared of what's happening around the world. So today, friends, it is very important that we care our mental health. Steve Jobs, the owner of Apple company, dies of cancer after working for long hours, so many days. So what's the use of being a CEO of the most developing company but end with cancer? The same thing should not happen to us. And at last, in his last speech, he said, mental health is very, very important. A person must not waste all his time in doing the work. He should care of his families. At the same time, he has to take care of his health, because that gives him pleasure, that provides him peace during the short span of life we have. So friends, today we learned the importance of mental health. At the same time, with management, we can control everything. We can become a great student. At the same time, we can become more productive in our work with whatever we do. Thank you.